Initiating startup sequence.
Files accessed. Transfer of data is complete.
Attention, attention, attention. Good evening, my fellow citizens.
It's time for Twitter Today Live.
Hey, whoa, echo there. Hey everybody, how are you tonight? Happy Fat Tuesday to everybody. You are tuned into Twitter Tuesday Live on the partiest day of the year. Is that a word, partiest? I don't know. If it's not, I just made it up. What can I tell you? I hope everybody's doing well. It is 8 o'clock. It is March the 4th, 2014. It's a Tuesday night. That means you're tuned into the hottest radio show on the internet and the award-winning Twitter Tuesday Live. I love saying that. I'm sorry. I just can't get enough of it. You're just going to have to get used to it. My name is Mark. I'm co-owner of Worldwide Indie Radio, your host tonight and every Tuesday night right here at WWIRradio.com. And we have a lovely show. A lovely show. That's the first time I think I've ever used the word lovely. We have a return guest, but he's here with his new project. We have Michael Chance and his buddy Brian DiBiagio. They are from a band called The Dead Letters. They're joining us this evening. They'll be with us very shortly. And now, for those of you tuning in for the first time, this is an interactive show. What that means is pretty simple. We'd like to interact with you, the audience. The way to do so is get on Twitter. Give us a mention at AllIndie, ALLINDIE. If you give us a mention on Twitter, we will give you a shout-out on the air for all the world to hear. And then, once the show is over tonight, the podcast will be available to download, and you'll be able to hear your name said by yours truly, and of course Carol, and our guests, for as long as you live, I guess, or even after you live. You can pass it on down to your grandchildren and their children. Isn't that exciting? I know. Digital world today lasts forever. Let me start off by giving some quick shout-outs to those who I know are tuned out. Of course, they're tuned in. Darlene, lonely in Canada. How are you, Darlene? It's a pleasure to see you. Now, Darlene has been, I don't know if she's complaining or if she's flattered, but she received like 4 or 5 invitations on Facebook to come to Twitter Tuesday Live tonight. And none of them were from me, by the way. So if you were insulted, they did not come from me. I don't do invitations. Carol's the one who does all that. So blame it on Carol. I'd like to give a shout out to Rich Wildman from Music Scene Investigation. What's going on, Rich? Always a pleasure to see you. There's Walt from Indie Music Bus. Walt, it's always good to see you as well. I know we got lots of people out there who are just kind of maybe too shy to speak up and tell us they're there, but they're there. And so hello to all of you. I'd like to give a shout out to those tuned in to the live simulcasts over on the 365 Radio Network and, of course, at MSI Radio. If you're out there listening, come on over to Twitter and give us a shout out. We'd love to hear from you. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. I need to bring in my partner in crime, joining us on her cell phone tonight because Skype's been giving her problems on the internet. From Queensland, Australia, I give you Carol. Hey, Carol.
G'day, Mark. How you going?
I'm doing all right. How are you today?
Well, I hope you can hear me okay. I don't know why Skype wouldn't work on my computer. It's typical Telstra, and I think they just know it's Tuesday or Wednesday here, and they just say, okay, Carol's about to do Twitter Tuesday Live. Let's make things really horrible for her, so, whatever. I love you, Telstra. Not.
Yeah, well, Telstra, as I think we were discussing, they have pretty much a monopoly over there, and
they do.
And they know that if they don't want to give you a bandwidth, screw you. What else? Where else are you going to go, right?
Anyway, that's right. Anyway, as long as you can hear me good, it's okay.
We hear you.
The show must go on.
It sounds, let's just say it sounds a shitload better than it did when you were on Skype, on the regular Skype before.
Good.
Yes. Isn't it great that we can say the word shit on the internet?
It is.
I love it.
Yes.
So what's going on? Any announcements, any news you need to pass along before we bring our guests on?
Well, first of all, I've just realised now what Rich was on about with New Orleans and Fat Tuesday. It's Mardi Gras, obviously, this Australian here doesn't get it, so I just realised what it was.
Yes.
And Darlene, she's upset now that you didn't send her an invitation.
Oh,
I
well,
have no idea why she would have got 3 invitations, because I only send it once to somebody. But,
I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know. I don't think we're the only ones that send out invites, but you know what? I'll tell you what. Next week, Darlene, I will send one just for you.
It was sent a personal one. But anyway, I'm glad
yeah.
she's here. She's a great supporter of us. Anyway, yes, I do have a few announcements. So get on quickly before we bring Michael and Brian on.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Lady Kendall, the Aussie that joined us from Brisbane a few weeks ago, she just brought out a new song called The Unknown. Absolutely fantastic. I love it, and I will post up a link as soon as the show's finished. And also Jamie. His video Crawling Back to Me will be released sometime this month. I'm not sure when, but INN News is actually covering the whole event, so I'm looking forward to that. I think Diana was doing it from Indie News at Noon.
Yeah,
she?
yeah. Diane was running that whole thing.
Yeah, and apparently the party went really well at the weekend. I really wish I could have been there to see the the video. But anyway, that's coming soon, so stay tuned, everyone.
Yes, and when she says Jamie, let me make sure everybody understands this. Jamie Allarad.
Yes, Jamie Allarad.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Over to you now, Mark. Let's get the show on the road.
All right. I mean, we're on a first name basis with Jamie, but not everybody else there may not know.
I keep forgetting. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm terrible at that.
Yes. Well, we become on a first name basis with all of our guests these days. And wait a minute, somebody just sent me a message. Oh, okay. Sorry. Well, something that just came up on Skype, and I'm reading it, and I thought maybe we were having a problem with our connection with our guests, but apparently it's okay. Let me go ahead and bring them in, ladies and gentlemen, from the new band called Dead Letters. I give you Michael Chance and Brian DiBiagio.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
Brian, did I say your name correctly?
It is impressive how correctly you said that.
Really? Wow.
You actually say it more correctly than I do.
Except that he sounded terrified while he was saying it.
To be completely honest with you, I say DiBiagio, but that's like, to steal a line from Mike Birbiglia, that's like Olive Garden Italian. The proper way is DiBiagio, so you're doing great.
Okay. All right, perfect. But I'll tell you what, though, because it's so hard it's like a tongue twister, really. I'm going to just call you Brian.
That's even better.
All right, cool.
He also goes by Superfly.
Superfly.
No, I'm kidding. His actual nickname is Shaker Tambo.
Shaker.
That's real. That's actual.
Shaker Tambo. All right.
Shaker Tambo.
We got to know how that came around.
We'll get to that.
Okay. So, Dead Letters is the name. Now, is this now official? Is it actually the name of your band?
That's an interesting thing. We were gonna hope we had a chance to talk about that. No, actually, it's probably changing very soon. Because there was an unforeseen legal conflict with another band that's using almost the same name, and our music is getting lumped in with theirs on iTunes. And if they're listening, I don't mind saying this publicly. Their music is terrible. And I don't want to be lumped in with it. It's just really terrible.
Oh no! Now, do they have the same name, or is it spelled differently, or
it's functionally the same. There's just some confusion over whether there is or is not a the. But I know that when I went to iTunes, my album and their album showed up as by the same artist, and their album was this like really, really not good metal album. I don't know how to say it. Like, it was really derivative, really predictable metal, and that's not at all what we're about.
No.
There's no metal at all in my music.
No, not at all. I can vouch for that.
And so Brian and I play in another project, and we're thinking that sometime very soon those two projects are going to form into one, and we're going to begin using the other band's name, which is Big Damn Heroes.
Big Damn Heroes. That's actually a pretty cool name. But Darlene said just change it to Dead Numbers instead of Dead Letters.
Darlene, you were officially hired as our publicist.
There you go. But just out of curiosity though, where did Dead Letters come from? Where did you come up with it?
I visited the post office. Actually, they have an office called the Dead Letter Office, and it's where all the mail that can't be delivered goes. And I thought that was the saddest thing I did. I'm surprisingly sensitive. No, I thought it was really sad that this all this mail that could never be delivered, and I wondered what kind of messages were lost in there, never to be received by the. And I just thought that was a really interesting, melancholy thing, and I wanted to honor it in a way, but it looks like that's not going to work out long term.
No, so
I never thought about things like that. That's pretty sad. That'd make a good song, Michael. You should put some lyrics
write a
to
song
that.
called Dead
There
Letters.
will in fact be
Yeah.
a song called Dead Letters on the Big Damn Heroes album.
Yeah.
An homage to all those letters that just make it nowhere.
Yeah, I just thought it was sad. You know?
Oh God! All right, so then Big Damn Heroes. Who came up with that one?
Also me, but that's a reference to the TV show Firefly. So if there are any brown coats, which is what the fans of the show call themselves, they're going to get that.
Okay, I'll admit I
you ever
don't.
heard of that show?
No,
No?
I never have.
So it's the guy from Castle,
Yes.
Nathan Fillion. It's the show he started on. It's a Joss Whedon show, the guy that did Buffy the Vampire Slayer and all that. And it was this one season sort of space western show that was just incredible. And it was on Fox, and it got canceled after its first season. And then it just
Really incredible. It's just it got canceled right away.
it got canceled quick. It got canceled hard. And then a feature film called Serenity was put out that was tied into the show. And I loved the show a lot. And it's just it was Big Damn Heroes just sounds really cool to me. So
Yeah, BDH. You can. It's
that's what we call it among ourselves.
BDH. Yeah, I like it. Let me give a quick shout out to Kiva, who unfortunately, I guess it's unfortunate. She's stuck at a party, so she can't tune in. But I know she's going to listen to the podcast. So so shout out to Kiva. Poor woman is at a party having a good time. Oh God, what unbelievable!
Meanwhile, Brian and I are drinking whiskey alone.
Alone together.
Alone together.
There you go. A shout out to Mark Shively, who's asking if we got his Desert Island picks for the week. Yes,
I got them.
We got it. We'll read them later. And so now the missing member, is that Patrick Crowling?
He goes by Patrick McGuire, but yeah, he's the guy that's missing.
Okay, there's a difference there.
It's actually his middle name. He comes by it honestly. He didn't just decide to be McGuire. That's actually really part of his name.
Okay.
And he doesn't like the way that his name begins and ends with the same consonant sound. Everybody thinks it's Patrick Rolling. It drives him crazy.
Okay.
So that's the story there. I know he'd want me to tell you.
Oh well, a shout out to Patrick. I don't know, where's he tonight? How come he couldn't make it?
He teaches music at the School of Rock, and he's preparing a show with a bunch of awesome little kids today.
Nice. Now he's the one that provides the percussion in the background.
And actually, he's sort of an auxiliary play everything guy. He plays mandolin, an instrument called the bouzouki, a lot of percussion instruments, drums, bass, and accordion with us.
Wow. So that's going to make it really difficult on him, and a lot of pressure when you do a live show.
More like he needs his own personal roadie, I think.
Yeah. I'm just picturing, you've seen these like street performers where they can play harmonica, play the piano, and play drums all at the same time. That's like him, right? So,
yeah, and we're also missing a guy named Colt Morris, who is he's like our dedicated bass player and backup vocalist, and he's not here today either.
Oh.
We're not missing him like he's gone. He's not. He's alive. He's just elsewhere.
Oh, I was just about to, give a morning speech.
I realized how that sounded. I was like, this isn't the funeral dirge for Colt.
It's all right. Not a problem. Another shout out to Lydia the Pixie, who is, of course, religiously tuned in at 1 o'clock in the morning in London, England. Hey, Lydia. Always a pleasure to see you. And by the way, Carol, you and I both heard Lydia's newest tune coming out.
We did, yeah.
Very nice. It's not mastered yet, so we can't put it on the station, but it sounds good.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah. Oh, is that noise coming from you, Carol?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Telstra just saying, okay, you've had enough now, come on.
Yeah,
I'll just put some noise in on the phone.
It just stopped. Now,
okay.
Now, in the biography here, it says, it gives the influences. Now, I'm just curious, is this coming back from the Michael Chance influences, or is this band influences? Like it says Jeff Buckley, Nico Case, the Gaslight Anthem.
The first chunk of that list might have started with me, but as evidenced by Brian, who is making a lot of hand gestures right now, that's all of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I don't know if I included, but Patrick's by far biggest influences, which I think are amazing. He's a monstrous Lou Reed guy, and he's a huge fan of They Might Be Giants, which that comes into our sort of approach to songwriting as well.
Lou Reed. Walk on the wild side now. It's a shame.
Well, I wouldn't say that. Lou Reed is not on my list of favourite people.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Carol.
Are you trying to have our guests hang up on us? What's going on here?
No, my husband loves Lou Reed, right? There's a big story behind this, and he's got his album, and it's one album that I will never let him play unless I'm not in the house. I don't know why. I mean, I wouldn't say your music sounds remotely like Lou Reed, but I don't know what it is. I don't know why I don't like Lou Reed. Sorry. But my husband loves
It's
him.
really okay. Honestly, people look at me like I'm crazy. I'm not a huge fan of Led Zeppelin, and people act like that's total sacrilege. So, we're all entitled to our different tastes.
That's right, we are.
I like Led Zeppelin. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan. It's the same with the Beatles. Beatles I could do without, too. And I know a lot of people get upset. That is like sacrilege.
I'm not upset, but I am a big Beatles fan. I'm going to have to cut in there.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm a big Beatles fan.
The band is actually currently working on a fun arrangement of Penny Lane. Which will be...
Look, I know the Beatles had a huge influence on music, but I know that most people are probably fans of the Beatles, but it's just one of those things that I'm like, I like them, but it's not like, oh my God, the Beatles.
It's okay. We forgive you.
Yeah, we forgive you, Mark. That's
right.
okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead.
I still talk to you.
Oh, thanks. Let's go ahead and play the first song of the night, and it is called "Strung Out." And I'm feeling like that this week myself, a little strung out. Tell us a little bit about this song, what it's about, how it came to be.
Okay, so you guys aren't looking at me face to face right now, so you don't know this. But when my face is at rest, I look angry. It's true.
Okay.
I know that from the last time. Yes, I'm waiting to see a photo where you're actually smiling, Michael.
Well, there are some. When I hang out with Brian, I get smiley because Brian's a very smiley guy. But when I'm not paying attention or when I'm thinking or whatever, I look a little angry. And so people my whole life have come up to me at random situations and be like, "Oh, what's wrong?" And I try to explain to them, nothing's wrong. This is just my face. And so I always look pensive, I think. I always look like I'm brooding about something. And I'm not most of the time. But so that was what inspired the song. But it turned into this oddly confessional piece for me where I'm talking about how I feel like I was born tired and I'm always feeling a little overwhelmed by the amount of things that I take on. And I'm always struggling to be bigger than I am. And that's sort of what the song was about. It's not about heroin, which is what some people have
throw it right out there.
Just to make it clear.
Not that kind of strung out. All right.
Wrong kind of strung out, exactly. It's more about being tired and overwhelmed and still in the middle of all that, trying to find a way to be a bigger thing than you are.
Yes. As I said, it's my theme song this week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dead Letters. The name of the song is Strung Out. We'll be back in about 5 minutes.
I'm not to blame if my features were made to show anger more quickly than joy. It's all that I can do to act like a man when inside I still feel like a boy. And they've taken away all my toys. It's the set of my jaw that suggests I'm distraught, and I'm really just trying to pretend for an hour or two. There's a power to make me feel more than alive, make look at my day, and I work for my pay, and admit with my back to the wall that I throw in the rag to go back and play tag with old friends I can barely recall. All the new ones don't know me at all. So let's get in a fight, forget who was right, let's forget what we're arguing for. Then you throw a high five, then you feel so alive. Your heart gets as big as a whole outdoors, and your feet never reach to the floor. Lately I'm reaching out, tracing my days in the lines on my face. I just run around. I swear I was young yesterday. I get too strong. It's never an answer. It's always just something to say.
All right, that was Dead Letters with Strung Out, and I know that Darlene said that she was kind of closing her eyes and enjoying the tune, which is a very good sign.
Yeah.
And Walt enjoyed it. Rich Wildman also said it. He made one comment though. He said he's not a big fan of the guitar fret sound, but other than that, he likes the song. So.
Yeah, that part's actually really difficult to play without some occasional fret buzzing, just because it's a classically inspired piece that I'm playing on a steel string, which makes it pretty difficult.
Yeah. By the way, Walt says that he often he often looks angry and tense too, and it's just like that when he's thinking, which is all the time.
Yeah. When Brian's thinking, he looks really happy.
Yeah.
Darlene just says, totally love this song, Dead
He looks like
People.
he's thinking about cake or something when he's
thinking about cake.
All good things.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard what Carol said. Darlene said.
No, what was that?
She said, totally love this song, Dead People. She's changing the name of your band.
Dead People, all right. Dead People. I feel like people would get the wrong idea about the band if we were called Dead People.
It's actually our next concept album.
Carol would like it, though. You know, Carol used to be a headbanger, so, you know, that would be perfect for her.
I can picture that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I did used to be. No, I love the name Dead Letters. I think you should like it. And now he's explained the name behind it. I think it's awesome. And it's something I never really thought about, but it's given me, I know that there's letters to Santa that gets lost, and they always get returned to the people when they have, addresses on the back, so that's really good because I got a few back from Santa, which is cool. But
I think that
Because you were naughty,
Brian and
Carol.
I should just write. I think that Brian and I should just start writing songs about that theme, and we should call them one of the Big Damn Heroes records dead letters in honor of that.
There you go.
yeah, because I'm sure that there must be a few sad letters in there, and people write these letters and they've never got sent, and people wondering why they haven't got sent, and it's got me thinking about a lot of things.
I've read some sad ones, man. I've read some sad stories, letters that get lost for a long period of time, and by the time they get delivered, the person that was intended for has died or moved house and not left a forwarding address. There was a lot of letters from like wartime that ended up in the dead letter office, and
that's what I was thinking about, the wartime ones. That would be pretty sad. Anyway, but can I ask a few questions now, Mark?
Yes.
No, I know.
But Carol, you have about 4 minutes, so go for it.
Are you telling me to be quick?
No, I'm telling you to ask your question. Go.
Okay. First of all, I just want to talk about that song, Strung Out. I really, really love the guitar at the beginning. And I don't know what you're on about with the frets, so we'll ignore that. I think it's that noise that it makes at the beginning, but that's cool. I don't mind. And I love the piano bit at the end. Reminds me a lot about Billy Joel. I'm a big Billy Joel fan. And, the song itself, I think it's great. I think that could be a hit song. I've played it several times now, and each time I play it, it gets better and better. And I love it. I love it how it starts off slow, and
this
then...
is a good question.
You get to it, and I love it. I just...
Sarcasm.
It's not a question. It's not a question.
No kidding.
I love this.
I'll tell you how I love
going.
it.
You keep going. I'm loving this.
No. Well, actually, there is a question to this, because you said in the when we were doing the sound check, and I told you about this. You said that the choir at the end, you actually do all the voices. Is that true?
That is actually true. It's 64 voices in 4-part harmony, or no, it's 32 voices in 4-part harmony, and then some additional counterpoint things. And I sang every part. So if you listen really closely, you can actually hear the soprano section has a distinctly falsetto characteristic to it, because I didn't have access to a female singer to do the part. So I was just singing these really, really high notes by myself in my studio here.
Wow. Well, I think it's a lovely track, and I think our audience will agree. Okay, my question to you is, now you're currently working on the new album with the Dead Letters, and it's called When the World Began. And I noticed that some of the songs on there are the same as the ones that you have under Michael Chance. So yes. I'm asking you, so they've obviously been remixed. And so how are they different from the original songs? How have you made them different?
Well, the feel substantially changed on several of them. One of the big things is that not Brian, but Patrick actually does feature on several of the cuts on When the World Began. He came in and recut bass and guitar and a lot of things. So on for instance, on Down to See Me, which I think is a song that we're playing tonight, you're going to hear slide guitar and this blistering guitar solo and these heavy chords and things that weren't in the previous version. We've added a lot of grit and edge to the songs.
Cool. Now, Brian, you've just recently joined the band, and I saw that you starting up a campaign to finish your new album. Is that the new album now, or the Dead Letters redone? I don't understand. Or have you got another album in the planning?
So actually, we have another album that we're working on. This is with under the pen name Big Damn Heroes, which, as we were talking about a little earlier, is now becoming Dead Letters. It's all meshing one into the same. So I joined the band as a guitar player for Big Damn Heroes, and then as it started to meld into one band, I'm kind of taking the role in Dead Letters as well. But the Save the Band campaign that we're working on right now is actually to help us out with the promotion of the new Dead Letters record, as well as the completion of the Big Damn Heroes record.
And I have the link somewhere, so I will post it.
I've just sent it to Mark as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. That's good. So when do you hope for this to, well, I guess you need the money to do it first. So how long do you think it'll be before your new album comes out?
It should be out by May. We actually last week just finished cutting all the tracks, all the instruments for the tracks. Now we're working on all the vocals and harmonies and all things like that. But the actual studio work should be done within the next 2-3 weeks. And And then we'll be mixing and all that fun stuff, working through all that. But yeah, we're hoping to have a finished product out by May.
Oh, and I should definitely take a second and plug Drowning Fish Studios, where we're doing the work, because Jason, the owner and engineer who's doing this record with us, has been really, really great about giving us lots and lots of extra time, and we haven't paid for all of the work that we've done at this point. So he's been sort of taking it on faith that we'd be able to raise enough money to pay for the work that we've done in the studio.
So is it going okay at the moment?
It's been going phenomenally well, actually. It's probably one of the, I should just put it this way. It's the best session I've ever really been a part of in terms of the way the band kind of formed. And then really quickly we went into the studio. Michael had most of the songs pretty well finessed, and everything was finished with ideas. And then Colt and myself came into the band a little bit later than Patrick, and we hit the studio. We cut through 14 songs, in a matter of weeks. Yeah. And the ideas were real fresh. Each song felt new to all of us, and we got to really attack it with a fresh mindset, which was a lot of fun. Something different than I'm used to. Unless I'm working as a studio guitar player, which is also a fun experience, it's not a usual experience to go into a session where you're going, here, Mike's saying, here's the tune, and let's create it right here, right now. It really is an organic feel that's a lot of fun, and something that's not typical in contemporary music.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to hearing to that, and I will be donating to this project. So I just need to wait for payday.
Payday. I'm still waiting for payday.
I try to help all these bands that I really like, because I liked it when Michael Chance did his songs. I've listened to all the songs that you've redone on When the World Began, and I love them. So I think I will definitely be contributing to this project because it sounds awesome. I think it's going to be great.
Cool. Cool. All right, we've got to move it along. First, let me give a quick shout out to LaToya Johnson, who's tuned in and says,
"Hey, I know her."
Yes, says shout out to Michael with some AU love, listening, enjoying. And there is Scully Meister, says, good morning, my fellow tweeters, waiting for Ferry with his new offsider Todd. What is that? Oh,
he's got a new person with him. Yeah. So hi, Todd.
Hey, Todd. All right. So the next song is a song called "Down to See Me." Tell us a little bit about this one.
So a few of the songs I've written over the years have had a vaguely, and I say this word really cautiously, religious sort of overtone, but really more anti-religious, which is what people have accused me of. And I'm not anti-religion. I want to make that very clear. I actually think that people with a lot of spirituality and faith are beautiful, and I'm one of them. I just don't believe necessarily in the Christian concept of God or the Islamic concept of Allah. And, these big religions, I've never found one that felt like home to me. And so I write these songs occasionally because I have crisis of faith, and I really want to believe in things that are bigger than me. And that's exactly what Down to See Me is about. It's about doubt and saying, well, God, if you're up there, prove it. And I know that's a negative sort of feeling, but I was coming from a pretty positive place at the time. So I think I've managed not to offend anyone with the song, but it is sort of asking God where he's at.
All right, well, then let's let everybody take a listen and judge for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dead Letters. The name of the song is Down to See Me. We'll be right back.
To fear the enemy, and all this time I thought to myself, why should I care? Life goes on and on and on for a while, and then you're gone. Every child I got is supposed to make it there. And if there is a heaven waiting, somebody be sure to save my soul. I'll keep laughing as I go Down the path you call a low road and wait to see if there's a soul. Oh Lord, Lordy, Lordy, Lord, when you get tired of being ignored, just come on down to see me. Just come on down to see me. I've heard of many, many, many miracles, yeah. Though I have not seen, I've struggled to believe. But I can't remember if or when you took me to your home again and laid me down upon your bed. Oh Lord, Lordy, Lordy, Lord, when you get tired of being ignored, come on down to see me. Just come on down to see me. Ain't no trouble to walk when you're walking alone. Yes, the truth that comes on, no matter who you are. There's a long way home. Yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, yeah. Hey Lord, hey Lord, hey Lord, when you get tired of being ignored, just come on down to see me. Come on down to see me, yeah, yeah. Oh, just come on down to see me, yeah, 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 yeah. Just come on, come on, come on, come on down to see me, yeah, yeah. If you got stranded on a deserted island and you could only bring three things, what would they be? Somehow you got stranded on a deserted island and you could only bring three things, what would they be?
Yes, it is that time of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, a few minutes late because we're having such a great time with the band. It is time for the dreaded desert island question. Take it away, Carol.
Okay, first of all, Brian, I sent Michael on a deserted island well over a year ago. In fact, I put him there in December 2012. So he's still stuck there. So I will come back to Michael in a minute. But I'm going to send you off now to a deserted island. I'm not going to send you off to the same island as Michael. I'm not going to give you that privilege. You're going to be on your... I know, I'm sorry. I'm not a nice person, really. But I'm going to give you three things to take with you. So think very carefully about what you want to take and why.
Oh, you got it. All right, three things. Well, those things, it has to be things, not people, right?
No, you can't take any people. That's not allowed. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to. Let's see. I will take my wedding ring because that's very important to me. Yeah, very all situation. Now I'll take my wedding ring. That's a.
Oh, but then you're already wearing your wedding ring, so.
Oh, I get to take some.
That's included. Yeah, that's part of it. So,
wow, I get four then. That's cool.
Not that mean.
Well, we're gonna skip right over that. I gotta bring my guitar.
Yes.
That's very important to me.
Very important.
Okay, I'm gonna throw in that desert island maybe some William Blake, Songs of Innocence and Experience. That gets me through a little bit here and there. It's very important to me.
How are you going to play them?
What was that?
How are you going to play
that's
them?
actually a book of poetry.
Oh, okay. That's
So,
okay.
yeah,
That's allowed
yeah,
then.
The
Sorry.
British Romantic period. It's actually something Michael and I have something very, very much in common. We were both literature majors in college.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, that's very important to me. And then I guess that final thing, it's gonna have to be a bottle of Jameson.
Have to be a big bottle. You
It's
know
gonna
how
be
long I'm
huge.
going to put you there for.
It's gonna be a barrel.
Massive.
We're gonna learn how to brew it over there.
Barrel of Jameson.
I'm
That's
gonna be on a desert island. I'm gonna need something.
Oh, you're definitely going to need something.
then-
Okay,
and
Michael.
When he's done drinking it, can Brian get in his barrel and float to my island?
That's a good idea. Wow.
Yeah.
I like your way of thinking.
I think I brought a guitar to mine a year ago.
You
too.
did. You took a guitar a year ago, Michael, and you knew how to make strings. So your strings are still going because you said you could make strings from anything out of animal gut. So
Yes, you can make gut strings.
obviously, you're still working very hard on making new songs. You also took an empty notebook, and I'd really like to know what you filled in that notebook. What did you write? A book? Did you write poems? Did you write music? What did you put in that empty notebook?
Definitely all of those things, because I remember specifying this would be a pretty big book.
You did say.
So I would have written all of those things, but I think that oddly enough, I think a good chunk of it would have been trying to recreate some of my favorite moments in poetry. And I wouldn't have been able to remember them word for word, but they'd have been very, very close. So I would have probably been writing some of my favorite poems out and also working on my own things. And I probably would, by a year alone, I think that when Brian comes floating in on the tide, we're going to have a few albums worth of material to cut.
I think you will. And also, you took The Lord of the Flies with you. How many times have you read it, and how are you bored with it yet?
I am not bored with Lord of the Flies yet. That's one of my all-time favorite reads. I never get tired of that book, and I think that
At that point, that's a survival guide.
yeah, I think I've probably worn it out. I think it probably doesn't have a cover anymore, and I think that most of the pages are probably tear-stained because I'm a whiner and crier alone at night when I'm by myself.
Oh, so
well,
quickly
you know.
then, one last question: Is there anything you regret not packing?
I regret that you won't let me take people.
Okay.
But no, that still works for me.
Okay, well, I might rescue you one day, but for now, you're still going to be stuck on that decision. So keep reading Lord of the Flies.
Damn. Maybe a longer book next time.
Walt says that he is extra hungry today, so he's going to bring a bucket of KFC, 5 Big Macs, and 3 large Wendy's fries.
What are you going to do tomorrow?
I don't know. Maybe he'll float away because he's going to get so big from all that fast food.
Then again, all that fast food, it will never go bad. It will just sit there and look like itself forever.
Yeah. I want to mention what. We'll come. Oh, you want to just? Yeah, go ahead. Mark Shively said.
I've lost it. You say I've lost it.
Yes,
Where
Mark
can I get
Shively
it?
usually has a different answer every week, but he couldn't make it live tonight, so he sent us in advance what he wanted to take this week, which is iPhone accessories, chocolate chip cookie dough, and a slingshot. Okay. Every week is something different. All right, I wanted to mention really quick something.
Boat.
Something that yeah, I know, right? Something that Rich Wildman said about the last song, "Down to See Me." He said the song is familiar in its sound, very late '60s, early '70s, kind of like Joe Cocker, but without the sweat.
Awesome. Live, the sweat is there, I can tell you.
Yes. Oh, okay. Oh, man. All right. So let's go ahead and move it along. Right now, we're going to play your final song of the evening, which is I actually haven't even heard this song yet. So I just put it on tonight for the first time. It is apparently the world premiere right here on Worldwide Indie Radio. Am I correct?
You are correct.
It is called Gypsy Girl, and tell us about this one.
So this was one of the last things I cut before sort of Dead Letters came into being. And if any of my friends from London are listening, which I was told they would be, they're probably having a chuckle right now, because when I lived in London in 2006, I was in a writing course with a lot of really wonderful people, and we were kind of like our own little Bloomsbury group, you know. And I was writing a story at that time that heavily featured this character referred to only as the Gypsy Girl. And they've been asking me for years, where's she been? How did things turn out for her? Did you finish it? And I hadn't. I got writer's block on the actual story. And the story was set, in some far-off fantasy world. And recently I wrote this song, and I went, oh, okay, so she teleported into modern-day New York now, and that's where the Gypsy Girl is. But the song is about, it's sort of a strangers in the night kind of song, where you see somebody across a crowd, and you just immediately are drawn to them.
Nice. And let me just tell you, we do have listeners, several of them tuned in from London. I thought it was just Lydia, but we actually have several people. I don't know
I hope Karina and the gang are on the line. If you guys are, I miss you guys. I love you guys.
Is it Karina Kelly?
I don't know if she goes by Karina Kelly, but that could in fact be what. I mean, I know her as Karina Poor, but that might be the same person.
I don't know.
That'd be awesome.
Because is she a singer?
No, Karina is a lovely writer.
Oh, okay, because Karina Kelly is a singer.
Kelly too.
Who is also in London. I don't know if she's tuned in, but yes. All right, so I thought maybe it was her. Darlene says, I already love the title because she has a thing about gypsies. So,
does she have anything about tramps or thieves?
I don't know, but I'll tell you, if you look at
I'm ashamed of that joke.
If you look at Darlene's photo, she kind of looks like a gypsy, doesn't she, Carol?
Hey.
Yeah,
she's beautiful.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dead Letters. The name of the song is Gypsy Girl. Here it is.
On that 105 from New York Penn, I saw a girl that stole my Beretta. My humble tongue offered not a word, and I put my pride to death. Long dark hair and a gypsy eye, queen amidst that crowd. I stood as sweet as if to give my seat, but I could not speak aloud. Gypsy, won't you look my way? I'm new in town and I got no place to stay. But give to me in my time of doubt. You're welcome, I will not wear it out. Gypsy girl, I wanna carry you away. I would sell my sight, hear her voice. I would quake and then rejoice. A bargain struck in love and luck, as if I ever had a choice. She took with her a hope of joy as she stepped from that train. My heart on wings, dreams fit for kings, but my body must remain. Yeah, yeah. Hey, gypsy, won't you look my way? I'm a stranger here in this mud-bunded valley, but give to me in my time of doubt. You're welcome, I will not wear it out. Gypsy girl, I wanna carry you away. So we're strangers. Is that the cost to live by these laws of ugliness and fear? I know we're strangers. Should I give it up? 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 Gypsy, won't you look my way? Save me from a life in disarray. Give to me in my time of doubt. You're welcome, I will not wear it out. Gypsy girl, I wanna carry you away. I wanna carry you away. I wanna carry you away. Hey, 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 I wanna carry you away.
All right, that was Dead Letters with Gypsy Girl, and Walt says that's his favorite of the night. Well done.
Thanks, Walter.
Rich says another one with a familiar sound, familiar to that of the Guess Who in 69 to 72, with a familiar chord structure, he says.
Yeah, I guess every chord structure's kind of been done now. I don't work too hard to play chords that have, I'm not that guy. I never worry about whether the chords have been used before I'm writing.
No,
because they have.
Yeah, well, every chord's been used. So
exactly.
Darlene says, "I am so going to follow these guys."
Nice.
I really am digging their tunes, and she loves the raspy voice.
Me too.
It's there. I can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
I think that's what attracted me in the first place to Michael. I think he has that voice that I love. So.
Oh, of course, Darlene waits until after I've said it to tweet not to say it.
Bless her. She's so funny. She's hilarious.
Well, I'll tell you what. We're pretty deep into our whiskey over here. We might not remember.
Yes. Oh man.
It's so funny.
One of these days, Darlene is going to kill me. All right, let me first let the guys have the floor, and then if we have time for a question, Carol. All right, so guys, at this time, what I'm going to do is let you guys have the floor for a couple minutes, give your shout-outs, your mentions, talk about where people can find your music, so on and so forth. You both can have an opportunity if you'd like, so go for it.
Okay, well, like I said, with the band name and things like that kind of in transition, we encourage everybody to follow our other Twitter account, which is at Big Damn Tweets. It's BIGDAMN Tweets, which is where the Big Damn Heroes information is being posted. Also, you can go get When the World Began at deadletters.us, and we post news and blogs and things like that onto that page as well. And all of that is going to be coalescing. We'll be posting the Big Damn Heroes information on that. So if you guys go to deadletters.us, you'll be able to find pretty much everything that you're looking for. Our fundraising campaign is right on the homepage there when you go to deadletters.us. If you guys feel the urge to throw some money at the record, it will come with a copy of the record of When the World Began, and also of the Big Damn Heroes record, and also of the limited edition single of Gypsy Girl. And if we raise enough money, we're going to do a vinyl pressing of those things as well. So there's a lot of opportunities to get some rare signed copies of stuff, and Brian and I and the rest of the guys will put our Hancocks on everything we mail out. Am I forgetting anything, Brian?
I don't think so. We have some stuff coming up in Philly in terms of...
True. Anybody in Philly, we're playing March 16th at Chickies and Pete's on the Boulevard for St. Paddy's Day. We're going to do our original music, and on top of that, a couple of hours of Irish folk music, which is going to be a riot.
That's fun. I love that.
And then
that'd be awesome.
March 21st, we're playing a party at our studio at Drowning Fish Studio. It's called the Go Hard or Go Home Party, I think is what it's being referred to as, and it's $30 for all you can handle beer and well drinks. Hosted by the Hellraisers Motorcycle Club and Drowning Fish Studio.
Cool.
That's March 21st. That's going to be fun too.
Oh man, I wish I could go up there for that. Oh.
Dude,
That'd
it's going to
awesome.
be good.
Oh, jealous now. Shit.
Shit, there's the first. Wow, we didn't curse this whole time.
I know.
Brian,
You want
word now.
to? All right. On the count of on the count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. Good one, guys. All right.
We all saw that coming. We wanted somebody to yell a bad word.
Yes. Well.
Turd.
Anyway, so Carol, you got about a minute if you want to squeeze in a question.
Oh, okay then. There were so many questions I wanted to ask you guys. Unfortunately, we ran out of time. We would like to invite you back when your new album's done, so we hope that you will come back. Okay, quickly, I want to ask, what is your vision for your music? Where would you like to see yourself in a couple of years?
Madison Square Garden.
Oh, excellent. I love people with a vision.
Right next to Billy Joel, who's playing there like every month right now.
Yeah. No, we really want to push the boundaries of what a band can be. We're trying to be as eclectic as we can. Big Damn Heroes is coming from a more folk tradition, kind of European folk thing, and Dead Letters is more of a rock and soul band, and we really want to coalesce those things and try to experiment and be as eclectic and interesting as we can. We don't want to be put in a box anywhere.
Excellent. Good answer.
You can get one more interview if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to ask quickly, what has been the biggest challenge as a band, and have you overcome these challenges?
We're still in the middle of overcoming one of them. No, this is a good thing. We're working really hard to make sure that we include a lot of vocal work in everything that we're doing. So every member of the band is a singer. Brian has this voice that blends really well with mine, so does Colton Patrick. And so we're putting 4 really complex 4-part vocal arrangements into a lot of our stuff. And putting those together live is a huge, huge, huge undertaking, one that we're working hard on at rehearsals.
Cool.
All right. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, due to our now new 1-hour structure, we have to say goodnight to the guys from, Dead Letters, a.k.a. Big Damn Heroes, a.k.a. I don't know what else.
Just that. Big Damn Heroes. It's going to end up being Big Damn Heroes.
All right. Okay.
Still waiting for your selfie, though, guys. Come on, please. Just give me a selfie.
I'll email it to you for the blog.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hey, that should be a new thing. We should have all of our guests do selfies and tweet them to us. I don't like that.
It's good.
All right.
Not a trend.
Michael,
Well,
of course.
for having us, guys.
Yeah, it was awesome having you again. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And Brian, it was a pleasure meeting you. And
you as well. I look forward to hanging out with you guys again down the line here real soon.
It'll be awesome. And if you guys ever make it down to the South Florida area to perform, make sure you let me know.
Absolutely.
All right. Best of luck to you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Bye, Michael.
Bye.
Thank you guys. Good night.
All right. Michael, Chance, and Brian DiBiagio.
I'm glad you said it. I can't say.
Yes, from Big Damn Heroes. Yeah, it was a pleasure having them. They did
that was awesome.
They did a great job. Yeah, as always.
Yeah.
And Michael's got that really cool, unique voice. I love it. I really do.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Anything else before we say goodnight to everybody?
No, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. I'm not too sure whether Janae just made the end of the show, but hi, Janae. It was great, as usual. Fantastic show. And a shame I didn't get all my questions in, but never mind. There's always another time.
Yep.
So I really enjoyed it.
As always, it was Sorry, go ahead.
Next week, you're going to say about next week's guest, but it's going to be mayhem. I just know it was mayhem last time.
Yes. Next week is going to be a crazy show because we have a return guest. Tyler Matl is coming back on the show. And if you were with us the last time, you know what we're talking about. I had the pleasure of meeting Tyler at the Artists of Music Awards. Had a little chat with him. He is a great guy, very exciting guy, good sense of humor, great music. We look forward to it. On that note, say goodnight, Carol.
Good night, Carol.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you next week, I should say. Same station, same time. You know how it goes. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'm going to close out the show with a song from Tyler Matl. It's called Superhuman. Y'all have a good night. Ciao.
Here you are in my door, just as beautiful as before. I'll admit, we both had our fun. Slam shut. Who do you think you are? Coming back after leaving me scarred. Check the review, baby, I've moved on. Why are you crying? Begging, please, you were the one who won everything. Tell me, why are you playing the victim now? Why are you trembling on your knees? Never thought I'd find the strength in me to stand up to you. It's like I'm superhuman, superhuman now. Choices, I knew what you were doing, chose wrong. That's how we came to this. Should have known that soon I would find out. crying, begging, please, you were the one who run everything. Tell me, why are you playing the victim? Why are you trembling on your knees? Never thought I'd find the strength in me to stand up to you. It's like I'm superhuman, superhuman. Watch me soar into the sky in the all memories. As I fly away from here, you disappear from me. Why are you crying, begging, please? You were the one who run everything. Tell me, why are you playing the victim? Why are you trembling on your knees? Never thought I'd find the strength in me to stand up to you. It's like I'm superhuman. Superhuman. It's like I'm superhuman. Superhuman.
Butterflies Radio. We don't pay our listeners to say nice things.
Got it going on.
I listen to it all the time.
The best.
Number one. Best station.
Number one station.
Okay, so maybe we do. Thanks for listening. Butterflies Radio.